Hello everyone, this is Anuprati Devnath, a trainee under Lexis & Company for the month of July. So as you have already watched the title below what this video is all gonna be about, so let's get started. As you already know, we will be talking about the format of a police complaint. Now basically it's very evident that any format of a complaint, the format should be always in a practical form. Like if you want to Google things, if you want to get the actual format, you have to Google, and you can get it in the Lexis & Company the YouTube channel, where you will get the link and you will get all the details, or specifically every details of how to write a police complaint in every with the biggest details of the world what you can ever get. So this is what a basic complaint introduction can be. But no matter what, this video will consist about a technical format of what you should write. Like you will get the format, but no matter what, I'll explain about you what you have to put in it. So format of a police complaint. No specific format has been described for filing a complaint. However, certain points should be considered. So we will be considering over here. So at the top of the complaint, now I'll mostly talk about the why it is given there and why not over there, and why the situation, like why the thing is over there located. That's the actual motive of the video. At the top of the complaint, the date and time must be mentioned at the extreme right corner. This letter helps while registering FIR and keep a track of communication with the police officials that there can be more than one complaint. So basically at the corner of the right hand side, it's not mentioned over here. Oh, it's mentioned over here at the corner of the right hand side. It's my right. Maybe the video is getting it on the left, but it's my right. So at the right hand side of the police complaint, you have to write the date and time, and why it does need to be written, so that if further FIR needs to be lodged or any other police complaint has to be put, so if one topic gets many other complaints also, it will be help to lodge against things, and it will be helpful for bundling all the things. Now point number 2, the left hand side should mention to whom the police complaint is made. That can be station house officer, SHO, or the higher police officials as per the case. The complaint must be persistent to the police officer with a view to taking action under the criminal procedure code. Now on the left hand side, means over here at the topmost format, you have to write to whom you are writing the complaint, to the police or the police commissioner or the police officer or the station house officer. Why? Because you have to mention that, because it is, you will be prescribing about the name, specific name or specific designation about the person, so that it is very specific and helpful that this person will investigate your case, and there will be no such confusion regarding or after that. Point number 3 says the left hand side should mention to whom the police complaint is made. Oh, I told already. Point number 3, the brief headline must be made in the complaint for the police officials to understand and determine the complaint in a nutshell. It should mention the name of the complaint and the accused and the act under which the offences are made. So at the first format, you have to write specific things. 1, under which section you are writing. 2, the subject matter, very specifically in one line. Like it should be a very format of 5 words or in one line. Not if 5 words, then in one line. And 3 should be this 2 should be the most appropriate thing over at the middle. Now there is a nutshell. You should mention the name of the complaint and accused also. So at the starting, it should mention the name of the complaint. Like over here, something will be written like most respectfully Swet. Now this or case is under ... that persons about whom you are making the complaint. Again, for whom you are taking the stand also. So there are 3 levels in the body of a complaint. So if you are writing a complaint, there should be 3 levels. Means there should be 3 paragraphs. First level, it lays the details of the incident. It should be in simple and crisp, describing the incident and that occurred with the complainant or in his knowledge. It should start with the date and time of the event, like when the complainant came in touch with the accused or accused translated with the complaint, etc. So the first paragraph talks about that what you should write. Like, you have already given the details, so no matter what, first introduction should not be about your introduction about this, that. It should precisely start about what you have done, the date, timings and everything, the accusations, or initially how you met about the thing or the person. Then that's what the first paragraph needs to about your previous life, about your initial stages of the crime or initial stages where you needed to meet, like not initial even stage where you met that person, okay. And even also mention the things that you started to realize that it was not about, or it was a fraud to you. So mention those things in the first paragraph. Now this will be mentioned about this falsehood and all those things will be mentioning in all the paragraphs. No matter what, the mention it also in the first paragraph, that what your actual from where you actually got hurt or how it occurred. That's the thing. The second level contains a series of events that transpired later on. The details should mention the wrong that has been committed, which led to the filing of the present complaint. It is important to note that mentioning a wrong section does not vitiate the nature of a complaint. So this will be in the second paragraph, talk about the nature, the initial small happenings of the event with the time and how it happened. Even if the section is wrong in the complaint, like maybe the section is wrong, that doesn't make sense that the nature of the complaint will change. Now third level says it mentions the prayer clause and the complete details of the complaint that include this contact number and address. The prayer clause should clearly establish the prayer to the station house officer, police officer, stating what action you seek. So last of all, you have to talk about your prayer. Prayer means not this prayer. In lawyer suit, prayer means what you are asking for or what you are willing to get from the thing, from the case. That's what your prayer should consist, and about his each and every detail, so that the letter can be the police can put a letter to that whatever place he lives, so that so you have to give every detail about the person you are accusing. The purpose of providing the details and particulars is that once the investigation starts, the complainant must be reachable so that the police officials can inform the update of the complaint or contact the complainant of any missing informant in the complaint. So if you are making a complaint, it should be very clear to the police officers that this person is staying over there. So each and every detail about his destination and residence should be very clear, so that the complaint can be filed later on, or any such lists of accusations if come against him, then he can also include this one. So that's why it is always needed. Hope you like this video. This video consisted of this much, and if you want a practical format of the thing, go on the Lexis side and you will get it. Other than that, this video will consist, as you know, this video got consisted of all those things that you have to write in a very specific way. Thank you.